The Anvil Asgard, or as the developers call it, Valkyrie on steroids. It is out now. The overall idea has remained pretty much the same, serving as a dropship carrying troops to battle. However, it has been built to fit a Nova tank. Also, with the length of the hangar, it is capable of carrying any vehicle we have available, even the extra long Anvil Ballista. But these two, the Valkyrie and Asgard, still have certain differences which make them unique. They can be considered the same series ship, but once again I would say it is more like a Mark II. Fine, it is somewhat different ship, as it has been slightly rebuilt. Changes from the standard Valkyrie, it has missile rack on top. The ship's weapons are now facing forward, and the wings, which used to have guns attached to them, now have engines, these rather large thrusters. And it should in a way make sense, as it is built to carry heavy vehicles and thus extra thrust would be needed. But compared to the Valkyrie, it is a bit different. The rear ramp and the interior area of the Asgard has been cleared more to accommodate really tall and long and large and wide vehicles. As it is built more towards transport, it needs to have more empty space. The ship itself has not been made bigger, as both of their dimensions, the Asgard and Valkyrie, their dimensions are still the same. There have been some changes to speed, maneuverability and weapons loadouts. Perhaps one of the more major differences is their health pool. The Asgard has around 15% or so less health. But all of that is of course dependent on the ship's parts. I would still say they are pretty evenly matched to fill their role. The Asgard does get an extra cooler, while the Valkyrie has extra man turret. All of the front-facing weapons are manned by the pilot, which I think is just perfect and a good deadly mix. The man turret below is one size bigger than the Valkyries and a solid support tool against ground targets when delivering the heavy load. The Asgard has been built more around transport and thus some crew compartments have been tightened. It's meant to be manned by 2 players to maximize the firepower. There are only 2 beds, 2 suit lockers and, as expected, also few weapon racks. Because of its large and empty size, the Asgard has more space for cargo. It can carry 180 cargo containers, but keep in mind, these will fit rather tightly. It is built for vehicles, but since it is a dropship and is meant to be durable, I don't see any reason to not use this ship as an optional transport, or your own small base of operations. You might even fit another light fighter or a snob at the back alongside some little vehicle. I think it is actually perfect, and seeing this ship makes me think the dropship seats should be something we can attach to the ship's cargo grid like containers, thus allowing the most simplest of ships to be turned into a makeshift troop carriers. They will probably never do this, but hey, one can hope. There are still extra guns attached to the side doors of the ship so troops can use them to assault or defend if need be. Even an Anvil Ballista with the side door open can fit in this ship. Although from side to side, it fits tightly. There is still a bit extra room left over from front to back, perhaps not enough for more than a hover bike, but still that's a nice option. Transport wise, this ship was needed. I have been hoping for a ship that could fit a Nova tank and be as minimal in size as possible. This serves that role perfectly, carrying troops and vehicles. The large back door is just perfect even for carrying multiple smaller vehicles. Perhaps in a way it could serve as a pocket carrier, drop in a few Furies. It might seem so big that perhaps you could fit 4 of them, or maybe even 6. Asgard is the ship I think we truly needed, and the fact that it can carry a lot of cargo is also perfect, because I would like for a dropship to be possible military transport, not just for the vehicles but also for some of the goods. Minimal crew requirements are a great plus, but for ground assaults and deliveries it still has those little side doors with machine guns if extra support is required. As for its role, I think there is only one real concern which has been plaguing most of the dropships, and that is their actual durability. Most would expect dropships to take beatings heading in and out, going into hotspots, delivering troops and vehicles while under fire, because these ships may need to be stationary even if it is just briefly. So they should negate a bit more damage than the typical same-sized ship. I myself made a slight poke at one of the bunker bases and they actually took me down rather quickly. I really like what they are doing with the Asgard, but I think Valkyrie should have been more like this ship from the start. They both definitely are in need of some serious durability, but that will come with armors. As we may not really have the need for dropships just yet, So it is hard to say how tough they should really be, but once you need a tank, you want it to get there and not to be shot down midway. So the only real concern is their survivability. I am expecting most dropship resilience to change to include armors in the future, as those values should protect the heavy duty dropships a bit more than that over bloated health pool idea which we have going on right now. It is still a beautiful, perfect vehicle which was definitely missing from Star Citizen. I have not really seen the potential in Valkyrie, but this is my jam, and probably perfect for many others as well. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.